What's going on, guys? It is your boy Beer Gut Plays here, back at it with another episode of the MLB The Show 25 franchise mode of the Baltimore Orioles. Now, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content so far. If you guys like the content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to this channel for more content. Be sure to check out the channel sponsor for today, Dubby Energy. I'll leave the link in the video description below. Use the code BeerGut at checkout. You'll save yourself a discount of 10% on your order. Guys, I absolutely love their product. I use it on a daily basis, whether I'm trying to get in a quick workout, doing one of these videos, just getting through my normal day at work, whatever. My current favorite flavor is Grandpa's Denture Water, which is a mango papaya flavor. Definitely recommend you guys checking it out. Again, use the code BeerGut at checkout, the link provided below. You'll save yourself a discount of 10% on your order. Now, before we get this thing started, I do want to plug the series playlist up in the top right-hand corner right here. Guys, having a lot of fun with this series. Looking to actually hit my first home run on the channel in this game, but we have a really nice record. We're scoring a lot of runs. The pitching's coming through, and we did make a trade for Braxton Garrett here in one of the prior episodes. I believe it was the last episode. It might have been 2 episodes ago, but he is going to be a big-time part of this rotation, currently slotted at the number 3. I really need him to kind of step up. He is going to be actually facing his former team, the Miami Marlins, here today. Let's get this episode started, though. As you guys can see, we are taking on Eury Perez, Braxton Garrett, 6-1, a 2.95 ERA, which is phenomenal. Eury Perez, 1-4, a 4.10 ERA. I think we made the right move here, getting Braxton Garrett from the Miami Marlins. I think he is going to be a very big, successful part of this team. We do have the best record in the American League East. God, I would kill for that right now. Absolutely just want a winning record so bad. Looking at our roster, looking at making some potential moves here in the starting lineup. I do, and I mentioned in the last video, I want to get Ryan Mountcastle some more at-bats. He has not seen a lot of at-bats, and last I saw, he was at 97 home runs on his career. I would like to get him to 100 here in this season. I want Ryan Mountcastle to be a big part of this offense. I want him to just smack the ball. He's not... I always felt like he was going to be a power hitter on this roster, and it seems like the numbers have declined in power the past few years. I know his first year in the majors, he set the rookie record for the Orioles, 4 home runs in a season. But we do have a very nice lineup, I will say this. Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westburg, Adley Rutschman, Colton Cowser, who is an absolute stud. I think he can be a very integral part of this offense and hopefully gets us going, keeps us winning in the right direction. We're going to get this game started. We are going to be rocking the home whites. We wore the 1970-something all-orange a couple episodes. It will make another appearance on this channel at some point, but Gunnar Henderson, we're not gonna pull him out of today's lineup. No, I'm gonna keep him in until he's absolutely dead ass tired. I understand he probably needs some rest, but superstar of our team, the best player on our team, and I do like this feature on the show. Braxton Garrett, newly acquired from the Orioles. We did acquire him a couple episodes ago. 10 starts over the 6-game winning streak. 6-0. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, I dig it. Good numbers, 2.95 ERA, very good numbers. 33 Ks to 13 walks, 61 innings pitched. I like that. Jesus, that is like elite numbers right there. And we're going to get this game started. I am super excited. I'm glad baseball is back on the channel. 6-1 on the year, 2.95 ERA. Braxton Garrett looking for his 7th win on the year as he is taking on his former club, the Miami Marlins. And Dane Myers leading this thing off as Braxton Garrett is going to throw the first pitch. O'Hearn grabs it, and he's going to make the play at first base. 1 down in the inning. Ramon Urias, former Baltimore Oriole, is in this lineup. Let me say, this is not a slight on Ramon, but we needed starting pitching. And unfortunately, he was just not seeing a lot of playing time because of the log jam that we have at the infield, as it is a 2-0 count now. Ramon Urias, and I've watched a good amount of Orioles games this year. I feel like he's probably one of the better Orioles hitters right now. And unfortunately, IRL, but we needed pitching as the count is at 3-1. Yeah, Connor Norby is up in the batter's box, and that is going to make it a full count. Connor Norby, a former Orioles prospect, kind of regret trading him for Trevor Rogers. And Garrett sends him down all without a hit. And leading off this inning, Yuri Perez, not great numbers. Hopefully he can in his case, hopefully he can kind of turn it around here today. And Cedric Mullins in the batter's box, starting this thing off, your leadoff hitter. Takes a look at that 12-6 curve for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 43-52. That's a lot better than what I've expected from the Marlins, as it bloops over the first baseman's head, and that is going to be a lead-off single for the Baltimore Orioles. It is now Gunnar Henderson up, 1 down, 1 on, bottom of the first. Gunnar Henderson looking to potentially do some damage, and it is gone! Gunnar Henderson with the shot. 396 projected feet, and a 2-run blast going to break this thing open, 2-0. Gunnar Henderson's 21st home run of the year. I'm wearing his jersey today, so must be the good luck charm, man. And Gunnar Henderson hyped. And look at that swing. And as soon as it left the bat, he knew it was gone. 396 feet, the exit velocity, 101 miles an hour. As now Colton Cowser in the batter's box with a 2-run lead. Colton Cowser fouls that first pitch off, and it is 0-1 on the count. Watches that slider, and it is even count, 1-1. Colton Cowser having a nice little season here. Fouls that 4-seamer off, and it is 1-2 the count. Takes a look at that 12-6 curve inside, 2-2 count. And he swings through that pitch, and that is going to be a strikeout for Yuri Perez, first of the game. And now Tyler O'Neill up to the bat. There is a runner on, 2 out. Tyler O'Neill, the big free agent acquisition from the Boston Red Sox, had the most home runs on the Red Sox last year. Hopefully he can kind of replicate that success with Boston here in Baltimore this year. And that one is gone. Two-run shots in the first inning. And that one's projected at 400 feet. And that's going to break this thing open to 4-0. Tyler O'Neill's 16th home run on the year. 400 feet, 103 miles an hour. The exit velocity. and your Baltimore Orioles are up by a score of 4-0. What a way. I was just talking at the intro that I wanted to hit. I have not hit a home run yet so far, and we hit 2 of them in the first inning of this game. Holy crap. And it's now Jordan Westburg up to the plate. I feel like Yuri Perez is going to be on a short leash, giving up 2 home runs in the first inning for 4 runs. I feel like that man going to be on a very short leash as Jordan Westburg gets a hold of that one, but it is going to gently glide into the outfielder's glove, and that is going to be the end of the inning. 4-0 Baltimore as we are here at the top of the 3rd inning. Jacob Maurice, I think I'm saying that right, is up in the batter's box, takes a look at that first pitch. 0-1 is the count. Jacob Maurice. Sorry, do not know much about the Orioles or the Marlins. Always like their uniforms, but outside of that, I really don't know much about this roster. Well, in this game land, it is Ramon Urias is in it, and that is a strikeout by Braxton Garrett, and that is his 2nd strikeout of the game. 2 down, Derek Hill and Braxton Garrett looking to mow them down in order here as the first pitch is fouled off, and it is 0-1 on the count. Swings through that sinker. 0-2 is the count. And he strikes him out to end the inning. Braxton Garrett is wheeling and dealing here tonight. No runs, a hit through 3 innings, and we're at the bottom of the 3rd. Colton Cowser up. Watches that first pitch for a circle change. It is 1-0. Yuri Perez has got to be on a short leash. Fouls that pitch off, and it evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, Yuri Perez has got to be on a really short leash here. Watches that 12-6 curve, and it is a hitter's count at 2-1. Fouls that off back to an even count at 2-2. Full count. Ryan O'Hearn with 19 home runs. It's almost criminal to is up in the on-deck circle. And Colton Cowser blasts that. Gone. 393. And that is going to be a solo shot. Colton Cowser's 17th on the year. And this thing's going to just keep... The floodgates have opened, people. 5 runs off of 3 home runs. I like it. Ryan O'Hearn gives him the fist bump. Look at that. Baltimore, the warehouse back there. Hell yeah. And now Ryan O'Hearn up, 2 out, nobody on. Yuri Perez still pitching. Holy crap. Stares at that fastball, and it is 1-0. Ryan O'Hearn 1 for 1 on the day with a single. And the swing through, it brings it back to an even count. Ryan O'Hearn having a nice past 6 games. Hitting over 300 and chops that one off. It is going to be hit right to the first baseman. That is going to be the final out. But another home run. Colton Cowser this time hits the blast, and that is going to bust this thing wide open. Max Mayer coming into the game, and Tyler O'Neill, who had a big shot earlier in the game, a 2-run shot, looking to replicate the damage that he did earlier and push this thing open to 6-0. And that's just bad swings right there, as it is an 0-2 count. I need to be a little bit more patient. And he got a hold of that one. It is going to be foul, though. Still an 0-2 count. Another foul ball. Jeez Louise. Come on, guy. I know you can hit it.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Oh, Jesus.
Gets a piece and
Fouls that pitch off again. Still an 0-2 count. Tyler O'Neill fighting through this at-bat, though. Let me tell you. Finally succumbs to the strikeout. And now it is Adley Rutschman. 1 on, 2 outs. Takes a look at that slider. 1-0 is the count. Holy crap. I can't believe how well this thing has gone so far. Looks at that. 2-0. Adley Rutschman, man. Would like to see him kind of gain a little bit of power, but... And it hits. It's going to drop in the loop. That's going to send the runner to third. And Adley Rutschman going to retreat. Runners on the corner and 2 outs. Who's up? Cedric Mullins here. The leadoff hitter. Hopefully he can do something here. Swings through that circle change. 0-1 is the count. Cedric Mullins is hitting a .310 average on the year. Very good. Takes a look at that four-seam fastball way up high. And it is 1-1. Fouls that slider off. 1-2 is the count. Fouls that off. It is a 1-2 count. And looks at that. It is going to be an even count. Braxton Garrett, Max Meyer. Mayer. Got a hold of that one. It drops and it's going to drive in the run. Currently working with a 6-0 lead and runners on first and second. This team has been hitting the lights out this game as Jackson Holliday in the game now. 0 for 2 on the day. Hopefully he can make contact with this. Fouls that first pitch off. He's played very, very nicely with a .315 average in place of Jorge Mateo. Fouls that pitch off. It is 0-2. Yeah, he's played very nicely in place of Jorge Mateo. So, very happy with the way second year Jackson Holliday has gone. Strikeout to end the inning. God dang it. I shouldn't have chased that pitch, but it's just who I am. Looking at the division leaders in the NL, and we're going to pick things up at the top of the 5th. Braxton Garrett wheeling and dealing, and that is gone. The first run of the game off of a home run after Devison De Los Santos. I think that's how you say it. Devison. Again, sound off in the comments if I'm butchering the opposing player's name. I know the Orioles very, very, very well. But some of these other teams, especially, if they're fairly new players, I don't know them. Unfortunately, I love baseball. I don't have a lot of time to follow it. But look at that. 431 was the projected distance. That was a bomb here in Camden Yards. And Braxton Garrett looking to rebound here after giving up that solo shot to break the score or the 6-0 game. Colton Cowser, it is 0-2 on the count. And Garrett got him to strike out on the sinker. 5th strikeout of the game. 2 on in the corners, 2 out. And potentially another run could be let in by Braxton Garrett. And it's going to get hit off Ryan. Oh. It was only one, and we turned the double play to end the inning. But Devison De Los Santos hit an absolute bomb to break, get a run on the board for him. We're going to pick it up here, bottom of the fifth, 2 on, 1 out. Tyler O'Neill looking to mop up some damage here. Maybe drive in at least 1 run, especially, the 1 out, it very potential. Because I feel like Max Meyer is going to be just throwing his hardest stuff here. And I say that as he strikes out. God dang it. Jordan Westburg up. It is 2 down, 2 on in the fifth. 6 runs by this Orioles offense. Very good start as he watches that sinker get in there. 0-1 is the count. And that's going to be a ball. That's awfully close. Come on. Come on, Jordan. I need you to do something. Swings at that. Oh, and that's going to be the final out of the inning. I didn't think the outfielder was going to make it in time, but what the heck do I know? 10 hits in the game so far. That is something... That's nice. That's very nice. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. Braxton Garrett against Xavier Edwards. And that is going to drop in for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Going to watch that outside, but it is 1-1, back to an even count. Swings at it. That's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 is the count. And that is going to be a strikeout to end the 6th, or end the top of the 6th inning. Braxton Garrett was a nice trade. As much as I hate giving up, as he's still pitching here in the 7th, 1 on. As much as I hated giving up Ramon Urias, it just had to be done. I'm sorry. And Tyler O'Neill giving chase, not going to be able to get there in time. Is that going to be another run in? Yes, it is. And at the top of the 7th, Brandon Hyde pulling Braxton Garrett out of the game here. It was a very nice game for Braxton Garrett, but Brandon Hyde going to the bullpen here. And who is coming into the game? Well, I guess we'll see here in a minute. It is Keegan Aiken. Keegan Aiken, 7-0 record this year. 2.59 ERA, pitching very nice out of the bullpen. And looking to, I don't want to say stop the bleeding, but shut off their run as quickly as possible. And that is fouled off. 0-2. Liam Hicks under the Mendoza line with runners in scoring position this year, as Keegan Aiken gets the strikeout to end the top part of the 7th. Jacob Marcy got the RBI on that. 2 on, nobody out, and Jordan Westburg on. That's going to be a bad pitch to swing at for strike 1. I don't always make the best calls. I thought that was going to drop in. It's 0-2, though. Oh, my God. Come on. Come on. Fouled that off. I need to be a little bit more of a patient hitter sometimes. And patience is not my key. I will tell you that right now. Foul off that pitch. Come on. Just give me something to hit. Come on. Looks at that slider outside, and it is 1-2. Looks at that. 2-2. Back to an even count. Man. His arm is tired as he fouls that pitch off. Come on. I need something to go here.
2-2. Stays the line.
Fouls off that sinker. Come on.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more.
And hits it right to the third baseman, and that is going to be the final out of the inning. 6 hits by these Marlins, 13 by your Baltimore Orioles. We're going to pick it up here in the 9th inning. Keegan Aiken still on the mound, looking for 3 innings of work here today. I think he would get credited with the save if he gets it. Looks at that pitch, 0-2. Keegan Aiken, he could potentially be, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 1. And 2 down, nobody on. Last hope for Mayers. Ugh. Names, they are hard. 1-0 is the count. Fouls off that pitch. Back to a 1-1.
Here at the top of the 9th.
Come on. Fouls it off. We need one more. Come on. And that's going to be a strikeout to end the game. Baltimore Orioles win by a score of 6-2. Man, I am so happy about that. We got 3 home runs in the game. Gunnar Henderson with 1, Tyler O'Neill with 1, Colton Cowser with 1. Braxton Garrett's going to go to a record of 7-1, and Yuri Perez going to a record of 1-5. What an awesome game. Not even going to lie. I had a lot of fun calling that. I ain't even mad, man. I ain't even mad. That was a great baseball game. At least for the Orioles. Colton Cowser getting it done. Tyler O'Neill and Gunnar Henderson. I wonder who is going to be our player of the game, but we let up 1 right there to Devison De Los Santos. Keegan Aiken flamethrowing to close out the game. 3 innings of work for Keegan Aiken. And Gunnar Henderson, your player of the game, 2 for 4, home run, 2 RBIs. And Braxton Garrett, 6.2, so a little bit over 3 innings of work for Keegan Aiken. Really short change, but that was the end of the first half. Now, I'm not going to play the All-Star game this year. Take a look at these standings. Had a 2-game lead over the Yankees. I'm not going to play the All-Star game this year, but if you want that to be a part of this channel going forward in this series, please sound off. I will do it. I think it could be a very interesting thing. I'm not a big fan of the All-Star game. The Dodgers, 61 wins, 10-game lead over the Diamondbacks. Atlanta, the Brewers, and the Reds are the wild cards. And, whoop, wrong one. Well, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. If you like the content, you want to see this channel grow, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to this channel for more. Check out the channel sponsor, Dubby Energy. I'll leave it linked in the video description. Use the code BeerGut at checkout. You'll save yourself 10% on your order. Want to check out some other series that I'm running on this channel? Monday nights, NASCAR The Game Inside Line Season Mode with Jimmy Johnson. Going to be posting one of these 4 corners. Tuesday, WWE 2K25 My GM Mode. Having a lot of fun. We've been dropping banger after banger after banger episode of that. It's going to be posting one of the 4 corners up here. Wednesday, NHL 25 Philadelphia Flyers Franchise 2.0 rebuild. Didn't make the playoffs year 2, but still, we are looking to make it in year number 3. Going to be posting one of the 4 corners right here. Saturday nights, WWE 2K25 My Rise live stream. I did a little bit, I played around with it a little bit on an initial live stream. We're going to be starting all over with that brand new out the docket. The return of Brian Rotten to the WWE. So, guys, I'm going to get the hell up on out of here. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. I will see y'all in the next episode. Much love and Peace out, my friends.